Hey everybody, it's Nir Bashan. I'm so excited to have you here on another really special episode of Coffee Break. I wrote a book for McGraw-Hill called The Creator Mindset, which was a book about creativity at work. And I have fellow McGraw-Hill author Daphne E. Jones, who wrote a book called Win When They Say You Won't. How cool is that? Daphne, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, and hello, everybody. Great to be here. Fellow McGraw-Hill.
Totally. Very excited to... Yeah. All right. I mean, this is exciting stuff. Okay, Daphne, I read this book, and it's a very, very special book. Like, you poured your soul out into this book. This is one of the most candid business books I've ever read, ever. But Daphne, just tell us really quick, why this book and why now?
Well, this book is important because there are tiny seeds of misdirection that are still being planted in young girls or kids of color's minds and psyche, like was planted in mine. I was told that I would not win and could not win because of my gender and my race. And it was important for me to be able to tell people, no, don't listen to that. That's not true. These tiny seeds of misdirection, because when they're planted, when you're 8 years old, 10 years old, whatever, they grow up and they poison your psyche, they poison your passion, they poison your profession, they poison your purpose. And my goal was to say, no, I need to make sure that people know that there is a way that they can win, regardless of what the narrative somebody else says, that they can win. And this book is meant to be an antidote against that poison that has poisoned people's passions and purpose, so that they can learn how to win, not just that they can win, but that they learn how to win. And I believe that we're not here by ourselves, and I'm not only here for myself, I'm here to make sure that other people also win.
Daphne, this book, I mean, it's speaking about like how to do it. I mean, you got charts, you've got facts in here, and it's just like a workbook, right? I mean, this thing is like meant to be exercise. Tell us a little bit more about how you got so, into the weeds of teaching people how to do this.
Yeah. Well, I believe it's a mindset. So I first start with the mindset. And I say, if you have a mindset that is about growth, it's about suspending disbelief, it's about leaping for bodacious objectives, then you need a tool set. So if you have a mindset first, then my book provides a tool set that allows you to take yourself where your mind is saying you can go. And then when you have that tool set that charts and not only charts, but also how do you handle corporate politics? How do you handle when you feel like you've been defeated? So it's charts, but it's also guidance. And then when you have that combination of charts and guidance, then you then have a skill set that you now can have for life. So you will always be able to level up, be continuously improving yourself. And so it started with, I can have a mic to my mouth all the time, but I can't talk to that many people. And I wanted to be able to have something that was sustainable and could be used over and over again. And people could understand the system behind how do you win? Because it is a system. It's not just by chance. It's not luck. You have to plan to win. And I want people to know that that's how you do it.
My guest today, Daphne E. Jones, she wrote a book called Win When They Say You Won't, a really great and very intimate, raw, I would say super honest book. It's incredible. Daphne, was it difficult to just lay it all in here and be so exposed?
That's a great question, because I'm an extrovert by nature, so I tend to share. I'm a sharer by nature. But then I was like, you know what? I can't tell anybody that I got laid off from IBM. Well, of course you can. It happens. I can't tell somebody that I had breast cancer. Of course you can. So initially I was like trying to be this is how you do it, and this is how I did it, and it's all perfect and it's wonderful, and the way to the top is through a nice steep, trajectory. No, sometimes you got to go sideways, sometimes you got to go down, and you find your way going up. But it was hard at first. Then I got committed to the project, and I got committed to the women and the kids that this was going to impact. And I said, you know what? Let me show them everything.
What an important book. I mean, really, it's not kind of a glossed over look at, you know, a trajectory to somebody in the C-suite. This is the real deal. Daphne, how did this book help us become more creative?
Well, the growth mindset, and I encourage whoever reads this book to also read books like that talk about growth mindset versus fixed mindset. I help you to suspend disbelief. I tell you to take an idea and say, if you had no barriers, if you had no risks, no challenges whatsoever, what would you do? And that allows the brain to break down, I think, some things that cause us to always want to be careful and use our own lived experiences to put barriers around us. And so early in the beginning, the first part of the book talks about envisioning or reimagining something. And if you can reimagine something and take the blinders off that what we're used to having on our eyes, then it allows us to be more creative. That's number one. Number two, it's around looking at your stakeholders. There are people out there who are doing what you want to do, and they're doing it either in a more advanced way. They may be doing just what you would want to do as it is. But when you have people that are your role models, your mentors, your sponsors, accountability buddies, these people can feed into your ear and give you some ideas of what to think about and how to think differently. And so when you're in an open mindset, an open mode, all of a sudden the universe just starts to give you suggestions that helps you to learn how to win and what you're really trying to go after.
My guest today, Daphne E. Jones, she wrote a book called Win When They Say You Won't, an incredibly, incredibly special book. Daphne, thank you for writing this and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. My pleasure, Nir. And goodbye to everybody as well.